Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Room, and I took the liberty of examining everything, and there's nothing new, trust me. There's not even any new radio signal. Let's examine the toilet. There's no time for that right now. What's this? More of the wall's broken. The wall's even more wrecked. The wall has changed again. I think I can hear children's voices. Will you go in?
Get me out of here! Get me out! Get me out of here! Help! Help! Get me out of here! Help! Help! Get me out of here!
Creepy. You can run along up here for a new memo.
He's gonna kill me! Walter's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill me!
You cannot open this door from the other side, but don't worry, we'll be getting to this guy later.
Get me out!
He just repeats what he has to say, he never changes his dialogue.
Out of here!
There's a sloppily written note on the ground. Lucky, I finally escaped from the cell. I decided to take a careful look around this building. The scariest place is the first floor basement. There's a kitchen in the northeast, but next door in the northwest is the death chamber. To get in there, you have to punch in the right numbers. I don't know the numbers, and it was too dark to even see the panels, so I didn't go in. Too dark, you say? Well, we don't have a flashlight yet. Anyway, I'm just gonna say this right now. It helps to examine every single door in this dungeon, even if that door doesn't open, because it actually helps you solve a puzzle later. Because, interestingly enough, footsteps, what's that? Interesting, there's someone above there. Anyway, interestingly enough, the way the map looks helps you solve a puzzle later. So, that's very interesting. Pick up some pistol bullets right there, you can examine this. Graffiti, it looks like a kid's writing. I'm being watched from the middle room. The middle room? You mean where that hole is right there? I hear someone walking around. So, yes, if this is your first time playing, be sure to examine every door, because it does help later on. This is a new monster. This is called Toadstool. They're basically harmless, but if you do run into them, you will get damaged like that. Did you hear that cough? That's very interesting. Okay, it's not interesting, but it implies that we are in fact not alone. Something's written. I'm sick of being watched. There's a noose right there. Kind of disturbing. Being watched from that hole there? Creepy. And nothing in here. And, yeah. All the doors are examined now. Very nice. Run along over here for a new memo. There's a sloppily written note. And whoopsie daisies, I just accidentally mashed the text there. But luckily for us, Henry keeps it. To get to the surveillance rooms in the middle of the complex, you have to use the corpse disposal chutes in the cells. However, on the first and second floors, these cells are locked. That's so the kids don't discover them. So you have to get to the first floor from one of the cells on the third floor. I know how to do it, but it's really a pain. Also, the lights only work on the third floor. And that's that memo. Alrighty, you wanna come along over here. There I go, stuttering again. Go down this ladder. Come down here. Did you hear that growl there? Very nice ambient sound. There is an item if you run along up over here. It's pretty cryptically hidden. right here. Looks like a little stain on the ground, but that is in fact a Saint Medallion. Saint Medallion Anti-Spirit can be equipped along with a weapon. Anti-Spirit effects while held, but will break eventually. This weapon is, this item is very, very nice. It will make you invincible towards ghosts. Very awesome. Very nice to have one on you at all times. But they do take up a space in your inventory. Okay, run along over here. I'm gonna look at my map. We are here on the map. Again, Henry is drawing the map as we're going through the dungeon, so the whole map will not be displayed right away. It's a key. Take this key. Yes. Got the water prison key. Found in the water wheel room, 2nd floor basement. Up is carved into it. Examine it again for a memo. There's something written on the plate. To turn on the lights in the 3rd floor cells, turn this water wheel. Remember that the water must flow in the direction of the water wheel. Of course, you also have to open the sluice gate on the roof. Seems like all these memos are pointing towards a little puzzle later on. You do not have to come in here, but it's one of the coolest rooms in the game. The generator isn't working, and neither is the transformer right here. But you see that door over there? It looks pretty normal sized from this distance, but when you run up to it, you start to notice that it's absolutely huge. I can't open it very wide. Yeah, very dreamlike, very Alice in Wonderlandy. Yeah, there it is. Too heavy for Henry to open, too heavy for anybody to open, really. So let's just be on our way. There is nothing to do in here. It is simply an interesting room that you can explore if you feel like it. Or is it? Alright, now I want to run all the way back upstairs. A lot of backtracking in this game. There's a hole down there if you want to go in that hole. And then run up. And that key that we collected opens this door right here. And remember at the beginning of this Let's Play, I said there was one part in the game that I think looks better with the noise effect off. Well, this is that one part. I'm going to show you what it looks like with the noise effect off. Off. And this is what, whoopsie daisies, this is what that looks like. Nice and clean. Wow, very nice. Okay, let's turn it back on. Wasting so much time. Okay, anyway, you want to go up. And feel free to enter this door. Examining all of these doors helps. Got a bunch of toadstools blocking our way. That right there, that's a tremor. I tried to step on it, but Henry wouldn't. That was kind of funny. Yeah, stepping on these tremors does damage Henry. But if you don't want to get hit, then you can just step on them like that. Okay, there we go. Examine that. You don't have to examine all these doors, like it's completely optional, but it does help with a puzzle later. It's a diary. I've been watching the surveillance room's people the whole time, and sometimes he's there. I can tell because I see a shadow move or hear his footsteps. You mean from up there? Creepy. It's filled with black powder. That's creepy. We found something somewhat similar to Silent Hill 1, if you remember that. It's graffiti. It doesn't look like it was written by an adult. Picking my nose a lot. What was that? Did you hear that? That was interesting. Picking his nose a lot, and there are hand restrainment items right here. Kinda creepy. That's locked. Locked? I mean broken. There's something written on the paper. It still looks like a kid's writing. I peed my pants. I gotta wash them so nobody finds out. Oh, I just saw a shadow. I think someone saw me. And there's a pile of dried up blood on the floor. That's incredibly depressing. I can only assume that that kid got beat for wetting himself. And yeah, that's that floor. Nothing too interesting. Anyway, you can skip that door right there. You can go up again. And run over here. There was a memo earlier hinting us to do this. I mean, hinting at us to do this. But you want to turn this handle here. Very cool. Look at that water. Look at that water there. Alright, after doing that, you want to come along over here. And did you see that slowdown? And you want to go down the ladder. And now you can come in here. Bunch of books. Kind of a tease because you can't actually read anything here, which is pretty funny. There's graffiti here. I'm a boy genius and I figured out the answer to the surveillance room puzzle. It's light and water. Remember that. That is very, very important. Light and water. Steppity step, step, step. Look at that. What is that? This is a twin victim. And, okay, he's gonna run away. Is he gonna come back? Hello. Okay, these guys are pretty strong. They're pretty fast. But luckily they have a ton of stun animation. So you can just catch them in a stun lock and they won't ever attack you. But if they get the best of you, they can do a ton of damage. Look at that. And then when you beat them, they throw a fit. They throw a little fit on the floor. That's very disturbing. When you're playing this game for the first time all by yourself, that's honest to God, like, one of the scariest moments in any game. I'm being serious. That is absolutely terrifying. Nothing in here. There's something written on the paper. Now it'll look like I'm sleeping. Oh, were those footsteps? I wonder if they saw me. And there are clothes right here. Looks pretty convincing to me, if you ask me. Did you see that? Flash on screen for a split second. That is very scary. Alright, we got some wall men. Oh, I missed. Okay, there we go. Grab those pistol bullets. There's graffiti here. It looks like a kid's writing. I want to hide, but I can't hide. I want to hide, but I can't hide. I wonder if those wall men symbolize anything like that. Not being able to hide. Henry! Henry! Behind you! Okay. And big swing. He's gonna run away. You don't have to kill them or anything like that. I don't know why I'm bothering fighting them. A bunch of toadstools. Fight, fight, fight. Henry, one behind you. The thing that's kind of annoying about the combat in this game is that Henry will, like, never ever lock onto the one you want, ever. It's pretty funny. It's a diary. I'm in trouble. I stood in front of the surveillance room and yelled as loud as I could, but nobody came out. It's a diary. We had beef stew yesterday. In the cafeteria, I heard there's a death chamber behind the kitchen, and they take meat straight from the dead people and cook it. That really scared me. Well, we saw something that looked a lot like a grinder in Forest World, so it doesn't seem too far-fetched to me. And finally, this room. There are clothes lying here, and you can read this here. There's graffiti here. It looks like a kid's writing. I got no clothes on. No, he don't. Okay, now, you see these holes here? You want to pay attention to which rooms do and don't have holes in them. So you can see that there's a hole right there and two holes right there. If you look down here, we have no indication on which rooms do and don't have holes. And neither here, but we want to try to get all the way to the basement. So you can tell that you're not supposed to jump down that hole right there, because that room right there is blocked. And you can tell that it's not supposed to be that hole right there, because that hole right there is blocked. So you actually want to jump down that hole right there. Whoopsie daisies, wrong room. Yes, you want to jump down this hole. And somehow Henry magically drops here instead. I don't know how he doesn't drop through both holes. It's a hole, jump in. Well, it wouldn't be a Silent Hill game without it, would it? Except for Silent Hill 1. You don't jump down any holes in Silent Hill 1. Scary. It's always so fun watching blind playthroughs of this game, and then they get to that room, because it tends to scare the living crap out of them. It's always so funny to see that. Anyway, unlock that door right there. And go up this ladder. Memo right here. There's a document here. I'm sleepy. First floor surveillance room report in your scrapbook. Very nice. You can examine these peepholes right here. You see how that bed is bloody? Well, every floor has a bloody bed on it, and you want to try to line them up. I'll be getting into more detail on that later. Bunch of toadstools. Nothing too interesting. The room with the noose in it. Let's examine this one. Room with a hole. Nothing too interesting. How about this one? Nothing in this room. Pretty mundane. Have anything to say?
He's gonna kill me. Walter's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me.
He's not even talking to anybody. Henry could say something there if he wanted to, but he's a pretty stoic man. Nothing in here. And nothing too interesting in there already. Yes, we went into some of those rooms earlier. Am I right here? I want to go home. Second floor surveillance room report. The only rooms that you need to examine are the rooms that you have not been in. I mean, you don't have to examine them, but, you know, just to mark off the whole map. See, there's a hole there, and so now that we examined that, Henry marks down that hole in the map. And he actually draws it pretty subtly to imply that he didn't actually go in there yet. Hole in there too. And there's another bloody bed. You want to line that up with the other bloody bed on the first floor. Ah, what a pain, my recording stopped. Sorry about that weird cut. And there's another hole here. We can go up the ladder. Come on, Henry. This game controls very, very slippery. It's some kind of memo. The secret number for getting through the door in the back of the kitchen this month is 0302. Thanks for your cooperation. And because we already examined every single room on the third floor, we don't really have to check any of the peepholes. But you do want to try to keep an eye out for which peephole does have the bloody bed. So it's not going to be this one. It's going to be one of these two over here. Oh my goodness, that is not a good sign. My recording just stopped again. Isn't that funny? Anyway, yes, this is the room that has the bloody bed, and you want to line them all up. But before we do that, we can get a secret item if you ignore the puzzle. So instead of lining up every bloody bed, you want to just turn this one to the right once. So yes, do that, ignore the puzzle, do not bother lining up the bloody beds. Go down one more time.
I'm not making it make standing anymore. When me standing there, I can't make me inside. Take me inside. Make me stay in there. God, please. Come on, let me out of here. So I didn't die in here. Make me stay in there, Walt. Walter, I'm telling you, stay down. Walk away.
Who is that boy? And who are you?
His name's Walter. Walter Sullivan. I used to work at the orphanage watching the kids. I'm Andrew DeSalvo. They tried to make it seem like an orphanage, but according to that town's holy scriptures, it was actually the center of their religion. And that kid Walter, he was really into that mumbo-jumbo. Especially that descent of the Holy Mother business. It was scary. Oh, God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
If my recording crashed in the middle of that cutscene, that would have been so funny. Anyway, around you a bunch of toadstools will grow. There is no need to fight them. No point in doing that. We want to backtrack all the way to the 3rd floor. So go up that ladder, and then go through this door. Go over here. Go up this ladder. There is no point at all in taking this roundabout path over here. Like, there's nothing over there at all. Taking the ladder is just quicker. And now you want to go to that hole right there. Something that's very interesting, if you didn't open the sluice gate on the roof, then this water will not be appearing here. So, yeah, right there on the map, come in here. Jump down this hole, and you'll be greeted to a very nice secret weapon. Right here. It's a stun gun. Take the stun gun? Yes. High voltage stun device, fairly short range due to its need for direct contact. This is a deceptively good weapon. Do not sleep on this weapon. Its main drawback is, by the way, this is a new room. I'm gonna look at my map just so you can see where I am. We are across from the shower room. That room had the twin victims in it. The main drawback to the stun gun is that it has very short range, so it's kind of hard to kill these toadstools and stuff like that with it. You can come along in here for more toadstools. We need to make the light appear here so we can examine this memo pad right here. With the plate, yes. Placard from Water Prison World. It shows an eye and says watchfulness. You see it's dark and I can't see the buttons. We need to get light here. So let's run back. Ouch. Just to show off the stun gun, I'm going to go back in that twin victim room. So there you have it. It is a very, very, very solid weapon. Alrighty, go back up the ladder. And in order to line up all the bloody beds, you want to rotate this column over to the right 4 times. So 1, 2. I'll be sure to skip that cutscene next time. And then 3. And then 4. There we have it. This whole room this whole floor is rotated, and now the bloody bed will be here. See that? Right there. And now you want to go up a floor. And you want to rotate this floor up to the... you want to rotate this floor to the right once. Just like that. And then the bloody bed should be right here. Just like that. And now you want to backtrack all the way to the 3rd floor again. Oh, a lot of backtracking. Go down. Wait, never mind. I said that wrong. You don't need to backtrack to the 3rd floor. I don't know why my brain told me to say that. Instead, you want to come over here. And over here. Now over here. And see, because we lined up all the bloody beds, the light from the 3rd floor is shining down all the way to the basement. And now we can finally enter the code 0302. No new dialogue in that cutscene. Let's look out the window, shall we? It's a different time of day. I think you can see that guy sleeping next door. The same guy we saw talking to Eileen outside our room. A lot of noises, Why is our TV on? I don't remember turning this on, neither do I. Oh, new memos right there. Oh, there's a room coming from here. Oh god, the hole's a lot bigger now. Blood, it's stained with blood. It smells horrible. Just like that water-filled room under the cylindrical prison. Was blood coming out of here? Maybe. Alright, let's examine the people. Let's examine these memos, my bad. I found something that's extremely effective against the ghosts. It saved my life. It was stuck into the huge rock in the woods near the orphanage. It's a sword blade with a handmade triangular-shaped wooden handle that has some kind of spell written on it. As a weapon, it's heavy and hard to carry, but somehow it seems to change in response to the ghost victim's power. Strike when the sword is energized. If you don't reduce their power, your attacks will be repelled. As far as I know, there are only 5 swords in existence with that kind of power. It's extremely valuable. July 23rd. You put the red diary July 23rd in your scrapbook. You can also examine the people here for a new cutscene.
How's it going with room 302?
Well, I just tried to open it up, but it looks like something's blocking it from the inside.
Huh.
Anyway, it's not the first time.
You mean the guy who lived here before?
And it wasn't just him either. something wrong with his whole apartment.
Don't say that. You're scaring me.
Well, anyway, I just slipped a note under his door. Don't worry about it too much. There are a lot of strange things in this world. The umbilical cord I keep in a box in my room. Lately, it's started to smell terrible.
Huh? Umbilical cord?
Oh, well, I forget I said anything.
But still. Those noises.
New handprint right there. Alright, let's read these last two memos right here. Lately, I've been feeling like my life is in serious danger. I've been through a lot in my life, but I've never felt this kind of pure animal fear. In case something happens to me, I've decided to write down what I've learned, for whoever you are that's living in the apartment now. I've been investigating the mass murder that took place 7 years ago in which 10 people were killed in 10 days. They were killed in a variety of ways, but the one thing they had in common was that each corpse had the following numbers in order of their deaths carved into them. 01121 02121 03121 04121 05121 06121 07121 08121 09121 10121. The name of their killer, it was carved in as well. His name was Walter Sullivan. April 4th. Walter Sullivan? Didn't we read about that guy in Silent Hill 2? There's a scrap of red paper stuck in here. And it's completely legible. Alright, let's check on Eileen. Nothing. How about the radio?
Are you yearning?
We already got that one. And let's save. Oh, he's arguing with somebody. Is he arguing with Eileen? Anyway, this just kind of loops forever. Nothing happens if you stay here. Oh, look, there she is, doing that thing where she rests on her hand. Okay, there she is reading. I don't think anything else happens. I guess she really likes that show. Sometimes she'll just stop watching TV and look straight at the peephole. Kinda creepy. And she just continues to watch and laugh, alright.